watching the SA Sports Show. Thanks for staying with us. Time to talk about swimming, and do we box above our weight here in South Australia? I'm happy to tell you that. The chair of Swimming SA, Peter Graham, joins us with one of the superstars of our sport, Ellysia Oldsen. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, mate. We do box above our weight, don't we?
Well, we certainly do. We have every national event in South Australia this year. Open water completed. Age championships coming up, I think, on the 11th of April. Open championships coming up on the 17th of April. If that's not boxing above your weight, I don't know what.
Com Games trials will be here later on too, of course.
So, I mean, as you would appreciate, all states put their hand up to apply for these national meets, which we do. And I just think the circumstances are right. And even if I say so myself, I believe we do run a good meet. I mean, our athletes seem happy, our coaches seem happy. We just run a good, smooth meet, and it's very easy for Swimming Australia to drop in and conduct their meets.
Well, if we didn't run a good meet, we wouldn't get them. It's simple as that, really, isn't it? I mean, everyone that I speak to about the swimming all say that we run a good event. Everyone says the same thing about. I've never heard a bad word about Swimming SA.
We get great crowds into it. Well, it's obviously well run, but it gets good support as well, doesn't it? So for the swimmers, let's talk to you for the swimming side of it. There is a great support for you guys when they bring the events here.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And even swimming at the main meets, like Com Games trials, Olympic trials, being an SA-based swimmer, when they announce your name, the crowd just goes nuts. Like it's crazy, and it's amazing. It's a really good feeling just before the race. It really pumps you up. So yeah, it's awesome.
And if I might, Liz could probably explain. We've got swimmers from other states coming here for coaching at the moment.
Yeah, we've
that's interesting, isn't it? That would happen like that. But you're not very popular at the moment with Swimming SA. I know that. As Peter mentioned a bit earlier, that you've rewritten some record books and given some people some work to do down there. That is quite amazing, really, because I had a look at your record this morning. I've got to touch on this.
Yep.
I'm reading up on Ellysia this morning. I'm thinking, this is a great swimmer, this girl. Wow. But then if you look on the other side of, I don't know where she gets time to swim. I seriously don't. And I'll just go through this, mate. Bachelor of Law, Bachelor of Commerce. She teaches piano and guitar. Yeah. She was Accounting Student of the Year in 2020. She's worked in biology as well, the human body. Wanted to get involved in the human body, probably mine. Unbelievable. Where do you get time to jump in the water? That's what I want to know, because that's an amazing career you've had already. And I'm not sure you said you were how old?
26.
26. Wow, that reads like my academic career. No, it doesn't. But where do you get time to swim?
Well, firstly, thank you. But
it's amazing.
Yeah, I think, because I grew up in Broken Hill. I did so many things when I was younger. I guess I was lucky because it only takes 5-10 minutes to get there. So I was always doing heaps and heaps of things, and I just like being busy. I like challenging myself. Everything I do, I always try and do really well. And so I guess I've just kind of carried that through life, and still doing lots of things, still swimming, loving it,
So if you listen to what you've just read out, you're clearly an intelligent woman, yet you picked butterfly, probably the hardest stroke. So I'm just trying to add them all up here for me. Elise, help me out a little bit.
That's a good point,
Open, swim too. So why butterfly? Why would you pick butterfly? My dad was a butterflyer, and I swam with him, and I think, why would you do that?
I don't know, I think it's something that just naturally came naturally to me. When I was younger, I was probably more of a backstroker, did a bit of butterfly, but I think I won my first state title in butterfly, so I don't know, I guess.
Just kept going.
Yeah.
26 is an older age in swimming. We normally associate it with the younger swimmers, so to be swimming and breaking records, which you're doing, was it late into swimming, or you just feel like you're starting to swim your best swim right now?
Yeah, so definitely not late into swimming. I think I did my first competition when I was 5.
Wow.
So, been around a long time.
Yeah.
Grew up around the water, and I think, if you're still committed and you stick at it, like I'm still doing PBs and stuff at my age, and it's like, well, why not keep doing it while I can, while I'm young? Yeah.
I don't know why you don't go and study something else, just for a little bit of part-time work or something.
Well, she saw you and thought the human body was a waste of time. So, hey, Pete, you've seen a lot of swimmers, a lot of talent over your journey sitting in the chair. It is unusual for an older swimmer to be breaking records and improving at 26. Normally, starting at 5, the motivation starts to drop off. Yet, clearly talking to you, you're enthusiastic. Is it an unusual?
I think that Swimming Australia made a conscious effort some years ago. That, look, it was great to have the 15, 16-year-old wonder athlete, but they needed to retain them going into the Olympics. And there was a conscious effort to get swimmers into their early 20s so that when they were competing in the international arena, they were either men or women and not kids on the way up.
Yeah.
And that's not to knock that, but I think, as Liz has pointed out, I think the maturity and understanding the requirements, the dedication, what's required to be successful probably comes a lot easier at Liz's age than it did when she was 15.
So your teams would be made up of a couple of experienced swimmers and a few of those ones you're talking about, up and comers, which gives you a really good team, a well balanced team, rather than have 6, 17-year-olds, if you like. You get a couple of oldies in there.
Well, I know that.
Not oldies, but you know what I mean. Sorry,
Listen, that old.
that's right.
Liz went to the World Cup in Singapore, and you would have been in that situation then, I imagine. So, you might comment on what the senior people were giving to you then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I did 5 World Cups in the end. When I did my first one, another brilliant swimmer, Sally Hunter, she came across. So I was training with her, and she was, big mama Sal. She was a lot older than me, but the knowledge she imparted to me, and seeing her still doing PBs at the age of, she was like 30 or something when she was still doing PBs, that definitely inspired me. So having those older people around, I think was really good.
Yeah, you clearly wore Sally out because she moved to Perth after
that's right.
Ellysia's worn out. Hey, I want to ask you, the difference between the open swim and in the pool, how different do you find that?
So I don't actually do open water swimming.
No,
I think I've done
swimming.
the Brighton Jetty Classic a couple of times, but no, I stick to the pool. I like the pool, like my own lane.
When you go in the open water, is it vastly different? I mean, I know salt water's different to chlorine and all that, but is it strange not having the lanes there, not having the... Because you guys are so good at up and down and up and down. Is it funny being out open spaces?
It's weird because people come in next to you and it's like, what are you doing? Stay in your own lane.
Training for you now, what's involved for you? Because May's getting close for you.
Yeah.
Yep. What's the training resume right now?
So we had to change things around a bit because nationals were going to be in April, but with COVID and things getting pushed back, and that been pushed back to May, so kind of had to go back a bit in our preparation and our lead up. But everything's going well, and looking forward to May.
Physically for you, normally the butterfly is the shoulders that take a fair hammering. Your body's still motoring along pretty nicely. No injuries yet for you?
Yeah, it is. I've been really lucky. I haven't had any major injuries or anything, but I try and stay on top of that and do all the pre kind of stuff so I don't get any injuries.
Like, feeling any pressure coming into May? I mean, obviously we expect you to win and break some more records, but I don't want you to feel anything because we're going to plug you later on and draw the crowd to you. So what can we expect? If we turn up to watch it, what event are we going to get excited about the most?
My main focus is probably the 50 butterfly this meet. So I hope my PBs, I don't know if this means much to you, is a 27.0. So trying to break that barrier, get under that barrier. So fingers crossed, hopefully I can get there.
What would you like to get to? What would you like to get under? 27, 26.5 or 25 point? I mean, what's realistic, do you think?
Anything. I'd be stoked with a 26.99. Just anything that says 26.
I'm always amazed with swimmers how that last little bit is really pivotal to winning. I really appreciate you guys coming in. It's an exciting time for swimming. Hopefully it's wonderfully successful and we get you in either before or after to hear about how you got under 27.0. Get involved with the swimming. It is a fantastic event to go and watch, and you will love it here in South Australia. No one does it better. Stay with us. Still plenty to come on the show.